The average Japanese household saves 17% of their income. Americans save 3%. But here's something nobody talks about. Even in Japan, a country famous for frugality, people are still bleeding money on things that stopped making sense years ago. If Japan's savings culture still has blind spots, imagine what yours look like. I'm about to walk you through 20 things that are no longer worth your yen or your dollar, and exactly how much they're quietly costing you. I have the math, I have the psychology, and yeah, I have receipts from both countries. My name is Kay. I grew up in Japan where saving money is treated like brushing your teeth. Not optional, not heroic, just what you do. Then I moved to America and watched people finance couches and call it adulting. If you want financial advice that's been field tested across generations in 2 very different cultures, subscribe and hit like if this changes how you see money. Here's why this matters. You wouldn't keep paying for a gym membership at a gym that closed down. You wouldn't renew insurance on a car you sold. But you're doing the financial equivalent every month on things that used to make sense but don't anymore. And the longer you ignore it, the more it costs. Not just in dollars, but in the ability to walk away from a bad job or a bad relationship. Because your bank account gives you that power. Let's fix that. 1. Overpaying for housing you don't need. In Japan, my parents lived in a modest apartment even when they could afford bigger. Not because they were suffering, because wasting space felt wrong. Motenai. Americans stretch to 40, 50, even 60% of income on housing because bigger feels like success. Smart Sam keeps housing at 25%, about $1,900 a month on a $90,000 salary. Broke Brian stretches to 45%, $3,400 a month. Over 10 years, Sam invests the $1,500 monthly difference at 8%. That's over $275,000. Brian has 0. Just memories of granite countertops. Your house doesn't need to impress your neighbors, it needs to not bankrupt you. Keep housing under 30%. Period. 2. Brand new cars. In Japan, there's a cultural preference for quiet wealth. Flashy cars are considered tacky. Meanwhile, in America, people finance 72-month loans on depreciating assets and call it an investment in their image. Smart Sam buys a 3-year-old Honda for $18,000, pays cash. Broke Brian buys the same car new for $35,000 and finances it. Over 6 years, that's a $25,000 difference in depreciation and interest. Invested at 8% over 20 years, over $116,000. All for new car smell. Japanese wisdom, drive it until it dies. Buy another used one. Repeat. 3. Expensive daily convenience store habits. Japan has over 5 million vending machines, convenience stores on every corner, with food that's honestly better than most American restaurants. And even Japanese people overspend on them daily. 150 yen coffee every morning, plus lunch, plus a snack. $5 to $8 daily without thinking. In America, your coffee and lunch habit runs 10 to 15. That's up to $5,500 annually. But it's not just the immediate cost, it's opportunity cost. $1,000 a month in daily habits invested at 8% for 20 years becomes over $580,000. You're trading $500,000 in future wealth for caffeine and convenience. My grandmother made tea at home and packed bento every day of her life. She retired comfortably on a modest income. Just saying. 4. Sale items you didn't know existed 5 minutes ago. You see something marked down 50%, and your brain does gymnastics to justify why you need this thing you'd never heard of. You're not saving $35. You're spending $35 on something you didn't want until a price tag convinced you. The average person spends hundreds per year on sale, items they never use. Clothes with tags still on, kitchen gadgets gathering dust, electronics that duplicate what they already own. My mother would inspect a discounted item and ask one question: would I buy this if it weren't on sale? If no, she walked away. Every single time. That's Marinai applied correctly. Waste isn't just throwing things away. Buying things you don't need is waste too. Every impulse purchase is money that could have been invested. Never buy something just because it's cheap. Buy it because you need it. 5. Cash hoarding in a changing Japan. Japan is still a heavy cash society, and for decades that was smart. Cash creates psychological friction. You hand over bills. Yes, you feel the loss. Tap a card and your brain thinks it's a video game. But carrying excessive cash, large amounts just in case, means money sitting at zero while inflation eats it. The principle isn't cash bad, cards good, it's intentional friction. Use cash for discretionary spending. Use automated transfers for savings so money disappears before you can touch it. This isn't about rejecting technology, it's about using psychology in your favor. 6. Extended warranties on everything. Extended warranties cost 15 to 25% of the item's price. Actual claims rate, under 15%. For every $100 spent, only 12 goes to repairs. The rest is profit. In Japan, products are generally built to last. Shokunin Kishitsu, the craftsman spirit, means quality is baked in. Paying extra for warranty on well-made goods is paying twice for reliability that already exists. Put that $500 to $1,000 a year into an emergency fund instead. Self-insure. That's the smarter play. 7. Premium streaming bundles you barely watch. Japan has Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu Japan, Disney Plus, Unext, Abema. America has even more, each one $10 to $20. Add music, productivity apps, fitness apps. Suddenly you're at $300 to $400 a month. $400 monthly in subscriptions is $4,800 a year. Over 20 years at 8%, over $230,000. You're trading $250,000 for 17 streaming services you cycle through while saying there's nothing to watch. Kaizen principle. Small wastes compound just like small improvements. Audit monthly. Cancel anything unused in 30 days, rotate services, binge, cancel, move on. 8. Insurance you never shop around for. In Japan, life insurance has historically been oversold. A Japanese household spends significantly more on insurance than most developed nations, often carrying duplicate coverage. In America, car insurance overpayment runs $300 to over $1,000 annually. Insurance companies count on inertia. Comparing rates takes 30 minutes. 30 minutes to save $1,000 a year. That's decision fatigue working against you. Your brain treats admin tasks like threats, but boring financial optimization quietly creates millionaires. 9. Bulk food that ends up spoiling. Japanese kitchens are small, refrigerators compact. This is a financial advantage. You can't overbuy, so you waste less. The average American household throws away 20% of groceries. $400 monthly means $80 to garbage, nearly $1,000 a year. My mother shopped almost daily. Small amounts, fresh ingredients, zero waste. Americans call that inefficient. Her grocery bill says otherwise. Be honest about your consumption patterns before buying bulk. 10. Financing furniture and electronics. In Japan, financing a couch is considered bizarre. You save, you buy, or you don't. In America, buy now, pay later is everywhere. Affirm. Klarna, Afterpay, every retailer offers it. 0% for 12 months, designed to make you spend more than you can afford. You walk into a store planning to spend $1,000. The salesperson shows you something nicer for $3,000. Normally you'd walk away. But it's only $125 a month for 24 months. Suddenly $3,000 doesn't feel like $3,000. It feels like $125. So you buy it. Then you do it again for a TV. Then a bedroom set. Then appliances. 6 payment plans at $500 a month. $6,000 a year going to furniture and electronics. Over 10 years at 8%, that's over $86,000 you traded for stuff, worth maybe 20% of what you paid by the time it's paid off. Gammon, endure the wait. Save. Buy when you can afford it. If you can't buy it outright, you can't afford it. That monthly payment mentality is keeping you broke while making retailers rich. 11. Gym memberships collecting dust. Let's talk about gym memberships for a second. You sign up in January full of hope. 6 weeks later, the gym bag sits by the door like a decorative item. But the membership keeps charging. $60 monthly for a gym you visit twice means $30 per workout. $720 a year vanishing. Gym owners count on this. That's why canceling requires a notarized letter delivered by carrier pigeon during a blood moon. In Japan, people walk everywhere. Bike to work. Physical activity is built into life, not outsourced to a subscription. Cancel it or actually go 4 times a week. Stop paying for fitness as emotional support. 12. Paying for convenience when DIY takes 20 minutes. My grandmother would have fainted at paying someone to deliver a meal from 1 kilometer away, and paying extra for the privilege. Oil changes $60 to $80 at a shop versus $25 DIY. Professional car wash, $15 to $25 versus $5 DIY. Food delivery, $8 to $15 in markups per order. Making the same meal at home, cost plus 0 fees. People pay $20 in fees for a $15 meal, rather than spend 20 minutes cooking. They're literally working multiple hours at their job to pay someone for tasks that take 20 minutes. The math doesn't math. The psychological trap is that convenience has been sold as success, that paying others for basic tasks means you've made it. Wealthy Japanese know the difference. Outsourcing specialized expertise while you work on high-value tasks? Smart. Paying because you don't feel like walking to the kitchen? That's how you stay broke. 13. Obligatory gift-giving cycles. In Japan, gift culture runs deep. Ochugen, oseibo, omiyage every time you travel. Return gifts for return gifts. Even Japanese people admit it's gotten out of hand. Americans spend $500 to $1,000 annually on gifts people don't want. You spend $50 on a coworker. They spend $50 on you. Both end up with items you didn't need, paid for with money you could have used meaningfully. It's a money laundering scheme where everyone loses except retailers. Gift giving has become a financial hostage situation where nobody wants to be the first to suggest we stop buying each other stuff we don't need. Younger Japanese generations are pushing back on omiyage expectations. Companies are adopting no-gift policies. The culture is evolving because the math is absurd. The solution? Have honest conversations, simplify exchanges, skip presents, have dinner together instead. Nobody remembers the generic gift box. Everyone remembers being told, let's just spend time together. 14. Degrees that generate negative returns. Borrow $40,000 for a degree where starting salary is $35,000 and you didn't get an education. You got scammed with a graduation ceremony. The debt payments follow you for decades, preventing you from buying a home, starting a business, building wealth during your prime earning years. Japan has the same problem. University is culturally expected. Families save for years, students attend, and many graduate into jobs that don't require their specific degree. The pressure to attend regardless of career alignment creates identical financial traps in both countries. Be strategic, community college transfers, vocational training, fields with actual job prospects. In Japan, the trades are respected. A skilled craftsman, that shokunin in spirit again, earns well and carries 0 student debt. Make education a genuine investment, not a financial death sentence you chose at 17. 15. Investments you cannot explain. In both Japan and America, people lose serious money on investments they can't define. Crypto tokens, meme stocks, startup crowdfunding in industries they don't understand. One bad investment can erase years of careful saving. People lose $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 chasing things they heard about on Reddit or line groups without understanding risks, business models, or exit strategies. When it goes well, you feel like a genius. When it goes poorly, you convince yourself it's temporary. Meanwhile, your money evaporates. Japanese investment culture traditionally got this right. Boring consistency. Index funds, long-term holds. Kaizen applied to investing. Small, steady improvements, not dramatic bets. Every dollar in something you don't understand is gambling, not investing. Only invest in things you can explain to your grandmother. If she'd be confused, you don't understand it well enough. 16. Brand loyalty to companies that aren't loyal back. This is deeply Japanese. Staying with the same bank for decades, same carrier, same insurance provider. Changing feels disloyal, disruptive. In Japan, loyalty is woven into business relationships. People stay even when better options exist because switching feels like betrayal. But loyalty to a corporation that would drop you in a heartbeat isn't honor. It's inertia dressed as virtue. Your bank isn't loyal to you. Your phone carrier isn't loyal to you. They're counting on your loyalty to overcharge you quietly year after year. In America, same thing with cable companies, insurance, and subscriptions. Switching mobile plans alone saves $300 to $600 annually. Switching banks might get higher interest on savings. Loyalty is beautiful between humans. Between you and a corporation, it's just expensive. 17. Airbnb hidden fee traps. A $150 listing becomes $255 at checkout after cleaning fees, service fees, and hidden charges. A hotel at $200 has no surprises, daily housekeeping, loyalty points, flexible cancellation. And you're not paying $75 for cleaning while doing dishes and stripping beds yourself. In Japan, business hotels like Toyoko Inn offer clean rooms for $60 to $80. Free breakfast, no hidden fees. The hospitality equivalent of Japanese engineering: functional, reliable, no nonsense. Always compare checkout totals, not advertised prices. 18. The sunk cost trap. Modernai can backfire here. That storage unit full of furniture from your old apartment. The timeshare you bought 5 years ago. The club membership you never used but already paid for. The car costing more in repairs than it's worth, but you've already put so much into it. Sunk costs are gone. They're not coming back. Continuing to spend on something bad because you already spent is just sending more money after dead money. The principle that applies here isn't motenai, it's kaizen. Continuous improvement means continuously evaluating what works and cutting what doesn't. Even if it hurts, especially if it hurts, let it go. The money's already gone. Stop sending more after it. 19. Ignoring seasonal pricing cycles. Japanese people understand seasonal pricing intuitively. End of season sales, New Year's Fukubukuro lucky bags. Everything has a cycle. Electronics drop 15 to 30% around new model releases. Winter clothes cost half in February, summer items drop in August. Even groceries follow seasonal pricing patterns. Yet most people buy when they want, not when it's cheapest. That flat screen TV on Black Friday? Probably still not the best deal. January and February, when retailers are desperate to clear holiday inventory, is where the real deals live. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being strategic. Plan major purchases around pricing cycles. 100 saved here, 200 there, that's 1,000 a year from patience alone. Gammon. Delayed gratification as financial strategy. 20. Trying to look wealthy instead of being wealthy. In Japan, there's a saying, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. The wealthiest Japanese dress modestly, drive normal cars. Wealth isn't for display, it's for security. In America, people spend fortunes performing wealth they don't have. Financed luxury cars, designer everything. Instagram lifestyles funded by credit cards. The most financially dangerous sentence in any language is, I deserve this. Because it bypasses every rational calculation and gives your impulse brain moral justification to spend. Social comparison is hardwired. You see a nice watch and your brain interprets it as a status threat. So you buy a nicer one. They upgrade? You upgrade. Nobody's getting wealthier. Everyone's getting broker. Smart Sam drives a 10-year-old car with a net worth of $700,000. Broke Brian drives a financed BMW with negative $30,000. From the outside, Brian looks successful. From a balance sheet, Brian is drowning. Real wealth is invisible. It's the emergency fund. The investment portfolio, the ability to walk away from a bad job or a bad situation, that's walking away money. That's freedom. And you can't build it while financing an image. You don't need to fix all 20. Even eliminating 5 or 6 saves 15 to 30,000 annually. That's life-changing money. That's wealth-building money. That's the difference between retiring at 60 and working until you're 75. That 17% savings rate Japan is famous for? It's not magic. It's not some mysterious cultural discipline. It's the compound effect of tiny habits repeated across generations. Avoiding waste, respecting money, delaying gratification, rejecting visible wealth as a measure of success. You don't need to move to Tokyo. You don't need to read kanji. You just need to stop doing what everyone else is doing and start thinking clearly about where your money actually goes. Subscribe and drop a like if this shifted how you see money. Become the person who builds wealth quietly, not the person who performs it loudly. Your bank account knows the difference even if Instagram doesn't.